Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to recap on this September the 23rd. Um, that's coming up, and it's this September 23rd, which is the Revelation 12 with the alignments and the woman who's given birth, and it's the supposedly the rapture of the church, or something big to happen. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, that's kind of like that's kind of like a confirmation with this whole thing. So more than ever than other things, I also want to mention also that September the 23rd is also the Feast of Trumpet, and I mentioned last time that I talked to a rabbi, and he believes that Jesus is going to come on the 23rd because it's a Feast of Trumpet. Well, actually, he said the Feast of Trumpet will be a perfect time where Jesus would come because it's Jesus' birthday. Which is also kind of weird because the 23rd, when he had this alignment thing, it said about 7,000 years ago is when they had it before, and that was the birth of Christ. And the big star and the magi following the star and all so forth. So it's kind of ironic. So Jesus was was born, and then all of a sudden now we're being raptured at the same day. Also, I just want to also mention that the 20th, which is a couple days beforehand, is Rosh Hashanah. And Rosh Hashanah, according to the Jewish calendar, means New Year. I know a lot of us that aren't Jewish follow the calendar that goes in January, but in the Jews, they follow the Rosh Hashanah, which means the New Year. So you got the New Year, you've got coming up in the new chapter. I look at it prophetic, meaning 7 and then the 8. So anyways, I have a feeling Jesus is coming on the 23rd. If not, then, my mistake. That'd be cool if it happened. But something definitely is going to happen. I'm not sure. Maybe we're going to go into war because there's a lot of North Korean thing that's happening. That's, that's on the news right now about it. We're so close to it, just pulling the missiles or whatever. And then this whole weather thing happening as well. Also, I just want to mention also, this is something new I forgot to mention, that there was this one article that came up that said about Luke 21, 25, and 26, which talked about the eclipse. Now, according to this article, it's the scripture where it says Luke, where it says there would be a sign in the sun and the moon and the star, and on the earth the nations shall be acknowledged, Eclipse, roar and tossed into the sea. People will faint in terror, and for what's to come be shaken. What's interesting is this person pointed out that the 21st, Luke 21st, represents the eclipse that happened, which is August the 21st. And then the 25th was when we had the Hurricane Harvey that happened, and 26th is when it destroyed or annihilated Houston. And so that was kind of interesting there. But also looking at the scripture where it talked about the sun and the moon, obviously it talks about the eclipse on that. And then also about the sea, if you look at the scripture there where it says toss into the sea, roaring and tossing into the sea. Well, it sounds like, to me, it sounds like a hurricane. It sounds like activity in the sea, which happened. So, I know the Lord shows signs and prophetic things that are happening. So Luke 21, 25, 26, which is kind of interesting, that confirms that, all that. Also, now going back on the Revelation 12, recap on that, which is September the 23rd, Revelation 12 on the birth. So something's about the birth. It's Rosh Hashanah, and it's Jesus' birthday, but also the rapture of the church on the same day. But also couple days beforehand, Rosh Hashanah, meaning new chapter. So there's so much there happening. But on this eclipse thing, which is kind of interesting, because ever since after the eclipse, I've noticed there's been tons of hurricanes, and you may know that a lot of category 3s and 5s and so forth. I mean, we had Hurricane Harvey, then it was Hurricane Irma, then Hurricane Jose, then Lee, Max, and Lydia, and all this stuff, and a lot of tropical storms. So, I mean, right now we've got Hurricane Maria that's happening, you know. So you have all these things happening as well, but not to also mention, but there was some earthquakes happening in Mexico. They had several ones, 8.1 now, 7.1, and some fearing in California as well happening. But also, some people don't even know, but there's been some volcanic eruptions as well. So that they haven't really covered that part, but there have been some volcanic eruptions that happened as well. So, and then also October, I don't know if I said this, but October next month, NASA says there's this asteroid that's supposed to come by, and they said it's going to be coming by the Earth on October, I think October the 12th. And so a lot of people believe that this is Nibiru that's going to happen. And that's kind of funny because Nibiru, a lot of people say, well, Nibiru, what is that? You know, it's going to destroy the earth. Yeah, but, you know, if you look in the book of Revelation, there's a scripture that talks about wormwood. Wormwood, it says that in the scriptures that it's a star that fell on the earth and hit the sea, and it turned everything red, and it killed all the fishes and so forth. There was plagues and so forth. So it killed off a lot of part of the earth and stuff. So that's I think happening in October the 12th, which is next month, pretty close. So here's my theology, okay? So on the 23rd, so let's say the rapture happens, okay? So the rapture happens, and then the Antichrist comes up, and then all hell breaks loose, you know? And if not, then, you know, we're going to have to deal with all this other stuff happening, hurricanes, earthquakes, and possibly the rise of the Antichrist and so forth. And then also you've got Nibiru coming down, or wormwood, or this asteroid, or whatever. What's kind of weird is that this asteroid, check this out, the asteroid is called 2012. So I remember 2012 where everybody was thinking that the world's going to end, the Mayan calendar and all this stuff. But could it be that the Lord just decide, well, you know what, I don't want to destroy the world right now, you know, I'm going to wait. And so he waited, you know, until 2017. So could it be that we're off by 7? I don't know. But anyways, so all these things are happening. It's not just coincidence, but it's kind of interesting, you know, all these things are happening. So that's my 2 cents of what I see right now that's happening. So check it out. There's more things happening. Let me know as well. But I just thought I want to tell you that if Jesus is coming, to be ready, you know, that's only not too long from now, you know, maybe a couple days from now, or a day from now by the time you listen to this. So it could be true. And if it does, that'll be great. And if not, then, you know, we'll see what happens. So we're definitely in that end times where all these things, weird stuff happening as well. So also, I forgot to mention there was lightnings that happened too. It was 800 lightnings that struck in one place, and that was kind of weird stuff too. So you can look it up online as well. So that's about it. Hope all's well, and look for the signs, and be ready for the rapture if it happens. God bless.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.